At least I'm considering one thing.
I return. My entire room smells like garlic now.
Actually, yeah, that 15 begins, but for future tracking, because I think I mentioned, if I hope I mentioned, that because you rolled so very high in the previous hex for like shelter, you got like 30, I believe. I think I mentioned, I was gonna mention, if I didn't, I apologize, but that because you rolled so high, you like don't have to repeat it like every
Oh, thank
hex
God.
unless situation changes, because I remember I did something like that. I said, okay, you made it once, it was a very good success, so unless the situation changes, I will not be asking for more. So right now we
I'll
are
fucking take that.
kind
Hell yeah.
with good with shelter. Obviously I'm gonna take that survival for like road ahead. So uh, let's see what the incoming day will bring you. I don't need to roll as your token. I think some of it already was used. Yep. I'm gonna... with this. I think...
Are we supposed to say that or no?
Yeah, I forgot to change it. Okay, that's a one. I mean, just because the description is shown, like, stuff can be changed and adjusted. Yeah, because we're gonna... like that. Hmm. Okay. So, along the way, as you are traveling throughout the day, thankfully, both not being harassed or basically avoiding further umbral assaults, also steering clear or basically not even seeing any Silver Knight patrols. You would definitely hear echoes of combat coming from this pillar of light to the south. And you wouldn't be seeing that many signs of life. However, you are able to spot, as you are going along the way, that one of the, like in a patch of a forest, you noticed one of the trees. There seems to be some sort of man-made structure made out of it, pretty much, because one of the trees, pretty looking massive, has a spiral staircase That's basically almost looking like it was carved into the wood itself. That is climbing upwards of that tree. You do not see any living creatures or beings around, but you do spot this sign of like habitation. I suppose that's the word I'm looking for.
Do you think we should check if
Gerard would
just
already
just
be heading
rest?
there. He's already doing it.
Yeah, I assume like Beatrix just turns to Truth, and as I'm asking, you say like your point, and it's just like he's already climbing up the stairs.
He's going.
Alright.
I'll just shrug and be like, very well, and just start walking there, I guess.
Following along.
Alright, so after a minute or 2 minutes of like very fast climb up the staircase or flying up the tree, you find that there's almost like a cave, like a room carved into the tree itself, like carved out. And what you find is not really like a living quarters, but you see that in the middle of this there is an archway, for a lack of a better word, made out of wood and leaves in the very middle of the room. Looking definitely magical, as there are like plenty of magic signs and runes inscribed and carved into the wooden floor, but the archway itself is not active.
Can we make like a check on the archway?
Yeah.
If you want
I
to,
wonder
go
if
for
this
it.
is druidic. Also, I do know like druidic, so if there's any like druid messages in here, I will notice them.
Is Arcana okay?
Arcana also works, yeah.
Solid 12.
Solid 1.
Hee-hee.
No idea what this is.
Just a second.
Oh, would we have long rested?
Yes.
Okay, then let me do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second, I might need to do that.
I forgot to mention that.
I assume we will use the rations for the day, right? I'm down to
Yes.
1 ration.
I can give you some of
Well.
mine next rest. So
Yeah. Okay.
I
I
can
also
go
have
hunting, too.
good berries, so if
True.
we're,
If we
if
want
we're
to call
ready
me,
for
you're
another
down.
meteorite, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that was so funny. Was that the first wild magic roll we ever had?
Probably like the third, yeah.
Jesus.
Because I know Hanami had done some booming blades before that.
Alright. So, with those checks, sadly you're not able to pick up much. From the looks of it, from the creation, it definitely looks like some sort of gate, portal, but other than that, it's very hard to pick out its like destination or intended purpose. It's definitely giving like a very feral vibe to it.
Can we investigate the room itself? See if there's anything else that could give a clue?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. Can I help Gerard? Can I take help action?
Okay, I will allow that.
He's like one of the few people with good investigation. So 19.
All right. All right.
Gonna grab my indestructible glass bar and just like start poking
Oh,
things
right.
with the stick.
Forgot we have that.
See if
I really
something
need to like
reacts.
stick that through someone's like throat or something. Kill them.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck did you just came up with?
You know, like the idea of like sticking a rod
Okay,
like in
no,
between a monster's mouth to stop it from
Yes,
eating
I
you,
know.
like that kind of vibe.
Okay, stop.
Okay, so move on 19. Jared is able to pick up two clues. One, from the looks of it, this room or rather this place hasn't seen use in quite a lot of time. Actually, he would gauge from the amount of dust or whatever like dirt that amassed over the days from the lack of maintenance that the last time this place was used was over a month ago. And additionally, while because of sadly failed Arcana checks, I cannot give you like straight answer magic-wise what is going on. But he would also definitely pick up with a 19 that some of the runes inscriptions, they will they were altered around that time. As in, his like running theory is that whoever used that room probably used that gate because you literally have nothing else interesting in here in this place. Altered the runes, the inscriptions as they were leaving on their way out, so to speak.
I'll communicate that to everyone.
Alright. Well, I'm not really good with this, so I cannot really tell what it is, but it definitely seems that whatever they intended purpose, it was just leaving. You know?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would too. This place sucks.
I mean, that's kind of what we're doing, so, you know.
Yeah. Makes sense. But I wouldn't trust a random portal to go through it when I don't
Yeah,
know
me
where it
neither.
goes.
Well, that's kind of what we're doing, you know, but
Yeah, but at least this one, like, we're predestined. We have divination on our side telling us this is where we need to go, things like that. Even if it doesn't save us, it's more guidance than
Prince was
this.
this thing supposed to do that, and you realize what the captain, who they mostly like kept to themselves, like watching you work, but they got curious enough to like also get up here, and you notice what he's pointing at, that over the time as you like spent several minutes going over this place, you didn't feel any shift in the air, but now you see that the archway itself seems to almost start leading with this like weird green sludge.
Nice.
I'm taking my weapons out.
Same.
No, actually, I have my glass rod. I am hitting the captain in the back of the head.
For what?
Well, did he activate it? Is that what I thought? It seemed like...
No. He just
Oh,
noticed
okay,
that there was
okay,
shifting
okay.
in the room.
I thought it was saying
I was
that
like,
he
what did he
like
do?
touched the portal.
No.
No.
I'm just gonna take my weapons out then.
Right. The portal starts, the archway starts tethering and shaking. The various elements of nature that compose this starting to twist and bend, changing colors. The not only now bleeding from the green sludge, but also blood starting to glow with hellish purple and red colors. Do you continue to stick around?
No, I'm probably picking up like whoever's nearby and just running out of there. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. Maybe good idea. Yeah.
Whoever's being slow, I'm picking you up.
Yeah, I'm getting on my broom and just like going away too then.
Peace alone.
Right.
grabbing Blackbeard from One Piece and running away.
It's not
Yeah,
Blackbeard.
No, he's got Blackbeard vibes. As my friend says, he's a guy from an old bygone era that shouldn't be sticking around. Like,
And also his last name is Tatch, so
yeah.
that is Blackbeard's last name.
I mean, only one.
Oh no.
I'm-
Wait, no, it's Teach, not Thatch. Thatch is the
Ah.
person who kills. Yeah.
Right, it gets confusing.
Yeah, no, you're great. Because I forgot to.
Anyways, we're running out.
Yep, as you are getting... Actually, you have a 19. Basically, as we are doing this investigation, you can give yourselves... Actually, I'm gonna say it for like the entire party. Hold on. Good berries. It work like I think it is.
They only lasted days.
Yeah. No, not. But it seems like some food somehow was managed to preserve. So the party gets 2 entire rations worth of food.
I give it to Beatrix.
Vegetarian style, I suppose, or as close as possible to that.
Beatrix only has 1 ration, right? So
Yeah.
There you go.
there you go. You got a ration.
Yay! I got 3 rations now. I can survive without magic.
Like how many days we need for salvation too. Ooh.
Awesome.
Right. So we're continuing the journey. You can give me one more survival check. This one will be
Got it.
better. I'm sure of it. Alright.
Pretty good.
So 2 D100 rolls. Whoever wants to roll one of them, go for it.
Me!
I'll roll the other.
Alright, 75.
Uh-oh.
96.
Reverse nice.
So the reverse of
Unnice.
nice is just bad.
Okay. Fuck. So, remember what I mentioned that I decided to, you know what, let's see if this risky idea is gonna play out, that there's a random encounter that might offer an alternative ending.
Can we roll it?
96 is the one.
Exact?
I mean, it's 96 to 100, but
Okay, I thought it was like he rolled they
You
rolled the
just-
exact number, and I was like, what the fuck?
Gaming.
so
can I
that's
say?
one option. The other is being able to receive gifts from a dying creature.
I like gifts.
I do like gifts. What do we think, gamers?
I say gifts. I vote
Do
gifts.
you want ending B, or do we want
I mean,
Do we
it's
want
that's so we are clear, because I might be not getting the wrong message across. It's not like you pick it and that's the ending. It's still like encounter involved and then and a choice.
Okay. Then I think alternate ending would be cool. What do you think, guys?
I think it'd be funny how much shit we've gone through to get there, and it be cut short. That's kind of funny. So,
I do like funny.
yeah.
Alright, so alternative ending option?
Yes,
Possible
please.
alternative ending?
I'm fine with whichever you guys. I'm okay with either, honestly. But
I'd like alternative ending. I think it'd be
Let-
interesting.
yeah,
I'm curious.
I'll vote alternative ending then.
okay.
If it's an option and not like forced, then yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, the only way I was like slightly considering like being unsure is like, we don't have the full party for this, but on the other hand, like, when do we have then? So yeah.
When do we have
Okay.
full party?
When
Yeah, so we are thinking that along the same way. Okay, so as
we
you
can
were,
at least introduce it.
Yeah.
as you were continuing your journey for the most of the day, you were dealing with threats that didn't really bother you, more irksome and irritating than just anything dangerous, as you trying to bolt your way to the salvation, still trusting in that vision you received from eating or drinking that weird vial of eyeballs.
Yep.
And as you're traveling, you come across, at first, something really unremarkable. But even though you do not see anything inside, at least at first, suddenly all of your senses, whatever you have them, they are on alert, for a lack of better word. Your hair stands up, your heart rate gets quicker. I'm just throwing examples, but it's basically whatever symptoms your character would have, like when they get into like potentially stressful adrenaline situation, they're like, tense and prepared. And then, as a stroke of fate and destiny would have it, the reality starts to bend and adjust once more. But it's not a violent process like before, or involving you finding yourselves in a weird spot. You see a figure beginning to materialize itself a fair distance ahead of you, like within 40 feet. It's not composed of flesh and bone. It's multi-colorful, almost prismatic, composed of, hard to tell, cosmic matter, pure mana, magic. It's really hard to guess at a glance without a roll. And even though it doesn't really do anything hostile to you, it's starting to show itself. It does nothing hostile to you. Its presence alone, I'm not really sure, but I'm certain that none of the characters ever met a god. And despite that, you cannot shake off the feeling that if you were to describe what divinity feels like, this would be pretty close. This overwhelming sense of power that encompasses you and fills the air around you.
So
Definitely like a staring down, trying to gauge if this thing is gonna attack us or not kind of vibe.
yeah. Feel like I will like have my hand on my bow, but not really taking it out yet, just like
Forfeit
ready
of
in
cause.
case it jumps.
Yeah, definitely a hand on bow stack right now.
So keep observing. The creature doesn't really move. It makes no overt hostile motions. It does, however, slightly tilt and look in your direction, which you are guessing because it doesn't really have a face, because it's like vaguely humanoid bodies, again composed of pure mana, cosmic matter. It's very prismatic and multicolorful. And that little fact alone, even though it doesn't try to, for a moment you feel like an ant and there's something much bigger inspecting you through a magnifying glass. And it doesn't even feel like it's intentional or malevolent in its purpose. It's just the sheer difference in power.
Terrifying.
Good. I'm too afraid to speak to it.
Yeah, I don't think I would say anything.
And if the sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry. I was just gonna say that I would probably signal the kids to stay in the car.
Mm-hmm. I'd try and get in front of them to stand between everyone else and this thing.
They are in the car. They're like staring at it, and there's a little bit of like awe and fear. But as the moments will pass, they will like look at it, and you will notice that, at least in Alal's case, there's like a small drip of blood from his nose. Other than that, he's like fine and standing, and they look at you with like neutral expression. You think neutral? And if the silence will persist, the creature that, through its sheer presence, it seems to be stabilizing the place. It's obviously looking a little bit different, but different in a way that it's like cleaner, it's more sharp, it's fuller of life. Just by the fact alone that it exists here.
I think Thrud would finally call out. I don't think I know Celestial. Let me make sure. No, I don't. I'll just call out in common, I guess. And I'll just say, what do you want from us? As they're just kind of like staring at us across the way.
Oh, our desire salvation. The voice is... Actually, to say that it speaks is wrong, because this is a creature that it wouldn't be using such a mundane method as mouth to convey words to your ears. Instead, the words itself almost seem to be being woven into the fabric of reality itself.
That's not unsettling.
As in, you hear it because that's how the world is working right now.
It was willed, yeah.
Yeah, not because it's being tell of it. And the voice is deep, booming, and speaking in all the languages you know and understand at once.
It's a lot of languages. What did it say? It said something desires salvation. I didn't catch the first word.
Who art desire salvation, which I also posted in chat.
I think Thrud would just bow their head and be like, we do.
High price is servitude.
What are we serving?
My master. Which, and when this creature says this, the feeling sense of divinity lessens just a little bit before returning.
Can we insight that in any way?
Yeah,
That's
go for it.
terrifying.
I was kind of waiting if when someone goes
Yeah,
for
yeah.
insight.
Insight. Not 20 for a
Oh
25.
yeah. Nat 20 insight god. Who are you?
Alright, so you realize there are two things at play here. One, the avatar in front of you, it's essentially Mouth of Sauron, although you are not speaking with
Oh.
Sauron. You are not like,
Okay, yeah. It's like a projection of a being.
yes, basically it's an emissary of a god. Like lower being god.
Mhm.
And which is hella impressive considering this is like your first time meeting divinity, but you've suffered a lot, went through a lot of, so you can pick some things up. And yeah, when it said like my master, yeah, that's what it meant. That's how we were able to figure out that, oh yeah, it's basically Mouth of Sauron, and Burial God is like the first two things, like this booming voice of the legend, that's where you're hearing the voice of divinity. And I would say with those rolls, because I'm not gonna be asking you, make you like roll again and again for insights when more words will be spoken. We're at 29 and 25 with that natural 20. Give you a hint above the board. In a way, I don't know if some of you played Half-Life.
Yes.
No.
So in a way, this deal that's gonna be being offered to you is kind of like what the G-Man offered, air quotes, to Gordon at the end.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's way harder than I thought. Like, I know I'm quiet. My mind is going at like 100 right now, thinking of lots of possibilities. So, I think Beatrix will step up and ask what is required of us, or what will be required of us. Can I not tell like we accept, but rather like asking what will the job be?
To assist in the war to come. War against the traitorous gods, the creators of your world as well. Champions will be needed. Agents.
Hmm. And if we refused,
Then you continue. And you will reap the consequences of your choices. The 5 of you, although the one is having issues with time and space, are survivors. Veterans like that will be needed.
you are the last survivors. She said the line.
Anyone wants to? Probably fruit would make most sense, but anyone else also can do insight check. But not for the mouth of Sauron. Ooh, it's just so bad. It was a 9.
I'm thinking too hard. I'm not gonna roll.
Okay, 9 will not be enough, but 14 and 29. So 14. Actually, wait, because I'm forgetting that. Sorry, Samuel, I'm forgetting. What is the thing
I can
with
only
vision?
see up to 100. I can only see up to 120 feet.
Okay,
or
but
30
you
feet blind
can
sight.
see like facial expressions, whatnot. Okay.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, you think like the kids are looking with trying to be like neutral, but you are able to recognize through facial language that it is a look of sad understanding. Gerard with a 29, he'll be able to pick that, and also realize that they are trying very hard to look as neutral as possible because they do not want to affect your decision. Because also Gerard would realize that if the player didn't like, hey, he only said you 5, like mentioning only player characters.
I think Thrud at least would speak up, and she'd say, "And what if we are too tired? I feel as though I am too tired to do another quest, another job, to survive any longer."
Then you are not fit.
Fergus nod.
Will this restore what we lost, or will it help rebuild things?
This world is gone. Nothing can reverse it. What can be offered to you is retribution. For those that toyed with it and abandoned it when the toy became broken. It is not the first world they broke. It will not be the last.
I think she'll smile and turn to the kids and say, "I need no retribution. I shall not join you. The others may choose their own fate."
From the sounds of it, the war has not arrived yet. This war has not arrived yet. May you come back after we arrive to salvation, so I can make my decision then.
Nay, it is loath as am I to say it, a string of luck that I was able to manifest here in vicinity of those who may be worthy to carry the flame of vengeance.
Then I will say, then I will have to refuse.
I mentioned probably for Mosseri, the way I'm gonna do it is that if there shows up, I'm gonna do like a flashback for him, like showing up to see what he would decide. Probably the same thing for Gerard, because there's a thing that Cap needs to decide on his own.
Third is definitely like, I'm staying with the kids. I'm too tired to keep doing that shit. I'm old as fuck. I don't fucking care anymore.
After you said veteran, my character would be like, "Oh, that's not me," and then they just start following through.
Alright. So with that, the other decisions will gonna play out later, but with that, the presence will say, so be it, and then it will dissipate. The invisible weight that was being pushed down upon you, not malevolently, just again from the sheer fact of
Spirit
existence.
pressure from
Yes.
Bleach.
Yeah, I was gonna say reshoot. Yeah.
Yeah, dissipates as the emissary of unnamed deity disappears from this world, and the corruption, the twistiness, the fact that the realm is not slowly, but it's falling apart, becomes apparent to you.
Quite quickly falling
Once
apart,
again.
I feel.
Yeah, I had to correct myself. Yeah. Yeah, that
How do
wasn't
the kids look?
that wasn't supposed to be like nice and easy deal. That was like a hard bargain that was being
Oh, yeah.
driven.
Yeah, I know.
For
Like
sure.
I was like, when I thought about this, like, oh yeah, absolutely, like G-Man and Gordon Freeman deal. That's the
Yeah, that's
infiltration.
why when you mentioned it, I was like, that is really rough because Beatrix will possibly accept it, but right now her priority is to protect her family before avenging her old family. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
so that's why she
I
refused.
think for Thrud, it's kind of that thing of like, she's been trying to save and protect these people for so long, and she's given up so much that she doesn't really remember who she is anymore. So at that point, she's like, I'm tired. I'm a old horse. I don't think I need to be in this fight anymore.
And as for how the kids look like, they are. There's, for a moment, for a very brief moment, there is like a hint of surprise. But then it's not a relief, but it's also again a hint of happiness.
She's gonna go and like hug them all afterwards.
Yeah. Group hug.
She'll be doing. She'll be doing.
We would have understood if you decided otherwise.
I know. But you know I wouldn't.
We understood now that as well. Or perhaps we understood that for a while. We just need reminder from time to time.
She'll give them a pat on the head, each. One each. Kind of ruffle Nalon's hair.
Yeah. And with that, let us... I think we can do one more roll to see. They're getting ever closer. I need to like remember to ask Derp and Cap later. Ever closer. Let's see what might bring. Okay, so please give me a survival check.
You got
I think
it.
at this point the DC would be 20. Okay, you are good. So definitely not like above 23. Okay, but this time give me one single D100. Whoever wants to roll.
80.
Okay. Okay. Actually, this one will be quick, so we might go for like one more at a later time. So, as we will be traveling after a night of rest, traveling through the land, in a fair distance away, like on the road that you are going to take, you would hear like distant, ah, and then splatter.
All right, I forgot you told us about this.
Just like you are going in the same direction, a few moments later you see what made that noise of blood spraying around and flesh being pulverized and tenderized. As you see a very unfortunate humanoid with a tattered wizardly clothes being like again splattered all around, as he has seemingly suffered some sort of malfunction and he's very much fucking dead.
Alright.
I do the Morrowind thing and I just loot the body.
Yeah.
But no, in reality I will check and kind of see like, huh? Approach? Why? Oh.
Okay, so the only thing that you find is this. I'm just gonna copy and paste because I'm a lazy bitch. So the entire party in total, you find 5 magic scrolls.
Oh my fucking god.
Holy fuck.
So, what the fuck?
So 8 levels, 8 level scrolls for the next 2 days. Holy shit. Okay.
Huh?
I think you're gonna have to give us like a full week for us to think. Because holy
Huh.
shit. We have anti-magic field.
True. We also have Oditaka's resistant sphere.
Reality
Good.
break. I mean, if it's breaking
Reality
already,
break.
why not?
We could cast Gate, I believe.
Holy shit. Clone! I'm gonna clone myself.
Clone takes
Yeah.
a long time.
Because it wouldn't take that long. Let's see.
Make sure the spell's on your spell list, or you can't do it through a scroll. To
No, it
activate
says
the
it doesn't
spell.
need it. PC does
No.
not need to have that spell to use the scroll, it says.
Okay.
Pretty goated, honestly. That means I, a normal monk, could cast this.
Also control weather, which is also really nice.
True.
You know?
I mean, I'm just gonna look at. Why don't we just plane shift?
Why don't I just plane shift to a better world?
Okay.
Yeah, like seriously.
Yeah, quick question. Quick question. So, can we take like a second level spell on an 8th level scroll? Or it's just 8 level spells?
question.
You know what? I mean, I know how I described it initially, but I would be fine with that.
That opens a lot more options.
Yeah, planar thing sadly wouldn't work.
But we could try to teleport to the place where we're supposed to go.
True.
I mean, hell, if that's how we want to go for it, then no problem with that.
Also, we could cast Temple of the Gods.
Because goddamn, this
True.
is like another like I saw like what else? Because this is the second time, like the second the different merchants, the same merchant, Vulgrim, but offering different challenge. This is the second time it would have been rolled. But the thing
Damn.
is, what he would have offered, I definitely would have liked to have like at least 4 of us
Yeah.
in person.
Well, we can think over what we want. I think since there are 5 of us, it would only make sense for all of us to choose a scroll, right? So, even if Monstern's not here often, I feel like at least get one. At least get one. Unless he willingly gives it to someone else. I don't know. It's me.
Oh my god.
Everybody choose your funny little spell.
Wait, bitch, I'm sending you a funny idea. Don't say what it is yet. Don't say what it is yet.
Don't do this to me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why not?
Please. Please
It
don't
will
do
be
this.
funny. It will be
Please.
Imagine we get to where we need to go. We do this just to see what happens. It will be really funny.
I think I'm going to get the spell Illusory Dragon because it is funny and also it's really overpowered. Essentially, I can create a dragon that's immune to all damage and effects and has a breath weapon. So I'm gonna do that. You have a funny little guy. Even if you discern it's an illusion, you're still damaged by it. You just have advantage on saving throws. So, I think I'm gonna grab Big Dragon. Because it's funny. And also, you know, I know Draconic, and we have a dragon guy who likes dragons.
That's true.
Or
that's true.
actually, maybe he should get Illusory Dragon, and I'll get, like, Maddening Darkness, you know? Just, like, funny.
Okay, that's an interesting spell.
Yeah, it's pretty overpowered. It's really funny. And you can essentially just unleash this dragon onto the countryside, and it just goes and wreaks havoc. pretty good.
Imagine I just get the spell Hero's Feast, so we have the best fucking food ever before we
Bro.
go to die.
Actually, might be goated on that. If you don't get it, I'm probably gonna get it. Because it's very fitting for Grandma to be like, alright kids, let me
You
cook
should
you
get
a
it.
meal.
That will be really funny.
I'll get Hero's Feast then.
Yeah.
Our last meal.
Food.
Grandma is cooking good.
Grandma's cooking the
Imagine
best
you just got the
goddamn feast.
meteor as soon as we're gonna eat, and we eat, and then boom.
Oh, and up to
10%
12
so much.
creatures can partake, so the kids can also eat their last meal. The meal is
Yeah.
anything that you would want, like your favorite food, essentially. So.
For 12. And also the Auvek and Captain, the bodyguard and the Captain
Yeah.
also would.
Yeah, so that's 5, 7, and then plus our. That's exactly 12, so we're good. I will take Hero's Feast. I will write that in my sheet.
So,
So
by the
I
way,
know.
because this event already popped up so many times, I'm not gonna say exactly what, but basically the challenge is survive, because it's not gonna be
Objective survive.
it's not gonna be level adjusted. Like it's gonna be way above like super uber deadly in terms of CR. And the challenge would be to survive. I'm still thinking between 5 or 10 rounds without suffering a lingering injury.
That is difficult.
Interesting. That is difficult.
Hero's Feast would technically help with that because you get hit point
4,
maximum.
and it's not a part. It wouldn't be a party challenge. So even if someone failed, the rest can still like achieve it. 4, and here's the reward. For 1 up to legendary magic item,
Oh.
and 1 up to legendary consumable, specifically consumable, like a potion, like one-time use.
We could just get a spell scroll of 9th level.
I'm not giving the fluff. And obviously there are some limitations. For example, I'm not allowing deck of many things.
Aww.
Yeah, obviously.
But what if I have God, like, pull the funny card? Sad.
Hey JP, do you want to see an item that Brett made that is
Oh, I love Brett.
oddly coincidental to something?
Wait, what?
Brett made
There's
an
there's a DM, very well known DM called Brett Ultimus.
Yeah. Apparently he made some cloaks. They were 8 cloaks of 8 dragon lords. Now, when you see this cloak, tell me whose it looks like. Because that kind of reminds me of Kaido's goofy coat.
Like the weird shirt that he has. It does
Yeah, that
look
big,
like it. Yeah.
the big poofy purple thing too. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah. Apparently, okay. So this is a legendary item. I'm gonna tell you what this thing does. You get protection +3, so you get a +3 to AC and saving throws. It doesn't stack. You gain lightning immunity. You have legendary resistance once per day. As a reaction, you can, if you get hit by a melee weapon attack, you can target something within 10 feet, makes a dex save of DC 19, otherwise it takes 4d6 lightning damage. It's not bad. It's, totally fits monster.
Quite nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you just become Kaido.
Yeah, a little bit. Like,
Ascend
That's
to
really fucking
Kaido.
whack.
Brett
Also-
has a big thing with 8.
Also?
Do you want like a small sneak peek? Not the creature's name, but you would be essentially picking, if the players would get a choice in that challenge, if they decide to go for it, between 2 enemy categories. Do you want to know which categories are?
Sure, I'll take
Yeah.
the category.
So you would be able to either pick from a dragon category or a monstrosity
Okay.
category.
Classic.
Hmm.
Personally, I think monstrosities are funny little guys, and I like them. So I would pick that one. That's me.
Yeah.
I like seeing all the funny shit that comes out of monstrosities. It's probably gonna be a fucking manticore or some shit. Throw like a million spines into our legs and make us unable to move.
Or counterpoint,
I was
dragon.
waiting for Shadow to be like, "Stop reading my notes," as I like call the exact monster he was gonna use or some shit.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything.
I'm feeling my little mouth.
Although I'll probably say this is probably either of those monsters, probably not something that you get to fight often in your games.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, that makes it more interesting.
Although if that happens, I will be like, if I hear that your players actually fought those creatures, I will be mighty surprised. I mean, okay, not that much, but it will be like, oh, okay, that's nice to
It's
hear.
gonna be a
Damn,
fucking
alright.
Tarrasque. It's gonna be a fucking Tarrasque.
Nah.
World
What
leader!
makes you think?
A funny little guy!
Have
Oh,
any of you
funny
read
little guy.
Toriko?
What?
Have you ever read Toriko?
No, I don't know what that is.
I know the
this funny little
name.
guy ate a universe in like 2 months.
Oh, it's just a funny little guy. He's so hungry.
Yeah,
Hungry
yeah.
little man.
No, he's not a funny little guy. He's actually a very messed up guy. His favorite flavor is despair. He chases down food for weeks on end until you give up, and then he eats you.
He's just a shy guy. What's the fucking
You're a little guy.
Listen,
I
I
don't
read
care what the
Berserk.
problem
He's
is.
a silly little guy compared to what I make.
Let me try to find a worse version of him.
Me, who casually makes knights made of mimics that run down and Iron Maiden you while you're alive.
Although the timing on the challenge is... I know... Damn. The first time it was rolled, I was like, we just had this like big combat encounter, and it was like very fresh of the first Merchant's Gauntlet. I was like, nah, let's just wait, hold off a little bit. And then now it's like getting very close to salvation.
Alrighty.
Again,
I think
ultimately
I'm
it
gonna-
will be up to you.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna head out though.
Yeah, yeah.
Have a good week.
Let's,
Salutes.
Also,
I think
Goodbye,
I'm gonna
gamers.
retire then, because I need to make sure my
Yeah.
grandma is not dead from the
have
food.
have a good one.